Everyone. Today is Saturday, November 6th, 2021. I'm Crystal Dawn Hill, and this message is quite unexpected. I hadn't planned on sharing this openly, but I'm feeling very compelled to do so right now. Ever since two different divine couples came into union about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of upgrades and downloads, and my energy is entirely different than it was before. So I know these couples are in my monad and perhaps even in my close soul group. And as most of us know, when a divine couple comes into union, it sends ripple effects throughout their entire soul group and monad. And if they're well known, which these two couples, at least one of the people, are well known throughout the spiritual and twin flame communities. So the ripple effect that these unions are having are very broad throughout the entire monad. So with me receiving all these upgrades and downloads and everything, in addition to the cosmic dynamic going on right now, and over the past week I've been receiving a lot of code from the sunlight. And with all of that, I'm having some interesting experiences, and there's one in particular that I want to share with you on this message. I've come across someone whose energy is extremely similar to my divine masculine. They're in the public eye. I'm not going to be specific about who they are or anything about them because I'm not in direct contact with them, and to give any specific information would be kind of overstepping boundaries. So I'm only going to share the minimal that's necessary in order to explain what is going on for me personally. So this new person that I'm just discovered is a male, and his energy is extremely similar to my divine masculines. And this new person and I have a lot in common, and I'm noticing that he and my divine masculine seem to be, they seem to have opposite traits when it comes to certain characteristics and their personality. And I felt very compelled to work with this energy. So after praying and meditating and connecting with the higher self of this person for permission to work with their energy, I not only received permission but accolades for having recognized the connection and gratitude for working with this person's higher self, even though on a 3D level they're not aware of it. So after receiving permission from the higher self, and after much prayer and meditation on the energy dynamics between this person and myself, and this person and my divine masculine, I began putting some of this down on paper. And what I'm discovering is absolutely extraordinary. I'm going to try to illustrate this verbally best I can without showing any of my written work because for right now I need to keep that personal. But I do want to share what I've been doing and how it's affecting me and how I believe it can benefit other twins who are looking to clear and integrate energies and to find balance and harmony with their divine partner. So, what I'm noticing is that areas in which my divine masculine seems to be excelling in his feminine side, the other person seems to be lacking those qualities. Conversely, the new person, where he seems to be excelling in certain masculine traits, my divine masculine seems to be falling a little bit short of those qualities. So what I'm doing is calling it divine masculine and feminine and wounded masculine and feminine. So one little exercise I did on paper was that I wrote down each of the two people and the qualities that they seem to be abundant in. And I, when I wrote down the opposite of that, I then wrote down the balanced trait that would be exhibited by someone who has done their inner work and their clearing and their healing and everything. What I'm finding absolutely astounding and what motivated me to actually share this on a video is that even though the traits are different, when they're balanced out, they end up being the same trait in both people. I know that's a little bit convoluted. Believe me, I understand that because I've been working with this energy all day. And what I'm interested in hearing back from anyone who may be listening to this is, have you had any such experience in your journey with your divine partner where you've met or encountered a third person who seems to be balancing out any areas that your divine partner may be still working on or working through? And how did your energy feel when you recognized this? Did you feel like you were in the center of the two of the people? Or did you feel like the third person was in the center, balancing out you and your divine partner? I believe, and this is just my opinion, but in a way I do feel like it's an intuitive notion. And throughout the years, looking back, I've noticed that a lot of times when I have these whimsical feelings and I'm very passionate and very enthusiastic about it, they turn out to be significant in my spiritual growth. And they seem to be experiences or understandings that other people come across collectively. Like, what I mean by that is, like, I noticed that a lot of people in the collective seem to be having the same type of experience. It may look a little bit different in each different person or connection, but overall very similar. So if you have any specific questions about what I'm sharing, or if you need clarity on it or whatever, please feel free to reach out to me. But this is all that I feel like I want to share openly. But if you reach out to me privately, I'd be happy to be a little bit more specific on a case-by-case basis when I feel at liberty to maybe divulge a little bit more information. So thank you everyone for listening and for following along in my journey. I wish all the best for you along your journey as well, and have a wonderful day.